handsome gentleman. Okay, and today we are talking about the external factors, or you may call it causes, of depression. So our topic for today is about external causes of depression. All right, and sitting with me today on Vibes with Pet is an educator. He is also a leader. He is Cyprian. Welcome on Vibes with Pet, Cyprian.
Thank you, Pet. I'm very happy. I'm glad to be your guest today.
Okay.
And it is really a privilege for me to be your guest.
Okay, nice. I see. So how was your day?
It was fantastic. It was wonderful.
Okay, here I think the viewers on Vibes with Pet will be and have been impatient waiting to hear what we got to say today about external depression. Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to know that I know some people who read a lot already know this, and also because we don't have doctors here who are professionals in the field, we have decided to choose to talk about external depression because it's a condition faced and suffered by just anybody. Okay, actually there are two types of depression as far as I know: internal and external depression. And external depression has to do with factors related to relationships, maybe broken relationships, talking about jobs or unemployment, and you can name the rest of them. Our guest is going to tell us more about this. And Mr. Cyprian, could you please tell our viewers what, in your own opinion, is depression?
Thank you, Pet. Good evening, viewers. Good afternoon, whatever time.
Yeah.
Actually, depression is something that we have been talking about and we have been reading about for a very long time. It's something that is what we're talking about because it has caused a lot of problems in people's lives. There are times that one really feels that everything is moving down the drain.
Yeah.
Everything, there's a mood of sadness. The person who is involved with this kind of situation really finds him or herself in a very precarious condition, and the situation becomes very, very unbearing, very, very unbearable. So depression is something that we should not really wish to come across.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, Cyprian says depression, we can say it summarily, as a mental disorder, a situation, a condition where someone suffers a mental disorder that actually changes a normal, exciting, vibrant human being into a state of gloom. So in summary, that is what he's talking about. So, Cyprian, could you tell our viewers and our listeners, could you tell them what kind of external depressions, like what causes external depression?
Yeah, thank you for that question. I'm really it's a terrible thing that we have come to notice. Actually, the loss of loved one, for instance. Or there are times that you feel actually that everything has come to a standstill.
Yeah.
And you look at the world seems to, everything is moving down the drain. For instance, you can lose, let's say, a relative, and or a wife, or somebody that's very close to you in life, and you have been doing everything together with that person, and you have been looking up to that person. It could be a parent, it could be anybody that is close to you, even a close friend.
Yeah.
And that alone will cause you to be depressed throughout. Another thing that's quite very terrible that will cause us to suffer depression is infidelity in a marriage or in a relationship. That one alone is a terrible thing that can happen to a human being because, and especially when you don't expect your partner to behave in such a manner.
Yeah.
So when that happens to you, you feel like, oh,
the world has crashed.
The world has crashed, and you find everything crumbling around you.
Yeah.
So that is that to me I can say is the major cause of depression. Another one could be you could be involved in financial difficulties, financial problems, such that you don't feel important in life. You feel like doing something, and you don't have that capability, you don't have that financial strength to do it. And you look around, you see your friends, they're able to carry out whatever projects they have, but looking back at yourself, you need to ask yourself so many questions. Why me? Why am I in this state? Why am I in this condition? So there are lots and lots of problems that we face in life that actually cause us to be depressed. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much. That was a lot, right? So he basically says we can suffer depression or external depression due to a number of reasons. And I know the most prominent one, which I know some people will be expecting, is for you to talk about suffering or being in the grip of COVID-19. You know, has caused a lot from depression. And today we're going to focus on depression as a result of marital infidelity or as a result of relationship falling apart. So can you tell me, many people, many couples, many partners mustn't be married, because some people get into a relationship, whether married or not, they get in with their head, their toes, and everything. Okay, they just hope that everything can lead to marriage. So for them, it's very precious. So we're not going to narrow it down to just marriages. So we're going to talk about relationships as a whole. So could you tell us how to manage depression in a relationship? Like when some couples fall apart or they begin to fall apart, you see the partners, or they start to suffer from depression. Can you tell us how can they manage the situation?
Yeah, the first thing I would like to say in that light is that there should be some kind of self-acceptance.
Yeah.
If you notice a situation where your partner is not faithful to you, the first thing you have to do is to accept the fact that you have already found yourself in that situation. And you should be looking towards finding solutions to, and you first of all ask yourself, why has it happened that way? And if because there are so many causes of people being unable to be faithful to each other. So, for instance, if you find yourself in that kind of a situation, you talk with your partner, and once you talk with your partner and you notice that your partner is completely disinterested, is not willing to listen to you, I think, to me, you let go of everything, you accept it.
I'm going to cut you short. That's because I'm really, really so pleased with what you've just said. So I want our viewers and our listeners to take this into consideration. That means he has already said you should consider yourself in trying to deal with depression. You should know that you are equally important. And then if you see that you're getting into a situation of depression, try to talk with your partner to find out where they stand, find out about their position, and then you will know whether to move on or to keep hoping on that relationship. So most importantly, consider yourself to be important. Consider that you are also a human being who is worth living. Consider that your life doesn't depend in the hands of another human being. So you must know that you are equally an important person. And even though many people will say easily or easier said than done, but it's not bad to give it a try. Give it a shot, okay? Consider yourself first when you find yourself in this situation. Okay, because what he's saying right now is a commonplace solution, all right?
Yeah.
So could you tell us more about how, apart from talking and considering yourself, how else can people deal with depression?
Yeah, like I said before, depression is that if one is not very careful, one will find it very difficult to manage.
Yeah.
But the situation is such that once you find yourself being depressed, you just need to look for possible ways to come out of it.
Yeah.
And how do you look for possible ways? There are so many. First of all, there's what I can call psychotherapy.
Okay.
Psychotherapy, meaning that you open yourself up to friends, to somebody who can talk to you.
Awesome.
And actually and share your difficulties with the person. And mind you, in this situation, also know that there's some kind of detractors.
Exactly.
There's some kind of distractor. So you also select your audience.
Yes.
You know the type of people you want to expose your situation to.
Yeah.
Because there are some people who like to inflame the situation in such a way that it will go worse. So you have to be selective who to talk with.
Yeah.
And that is the first thing. The second thing is that you should, as much as possible, try to do physical exercise. You do physical exercise and try to associate with people that are giving you positive vibes. Yeah. So that you really feel, maybe sometimes you sooner or later you find yourself forgetting that kind of a thing that has caused you to be depressed.
Yeah, okay, Prezi. Yeah. Sorry. I'm already calling him because remember, guys, I told you earlier he is a leader. So I can't just keep that off my mind, okay? So you talked about, because some people are going to say, oh, if I don't have a partner and I'm depressed. Actually, the point he just mentioned about talking to someone trustworthy, I think it applies to those who have partners and those who don't have partners. Yeah. If you have a partner, you can only go to talk to a third party if your partner is not ready to listen.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But if you know that you can't talk to your partner, rather you stay quiet than going to talk to a third party, because you might find yourself in the hands of detractors, like he just said.
Exactly.
So before you get to a third party, you must have tried your partner. Or if you don't have a partner, then you can find a trustworthy friend or trustworthy somebody or professional in the field. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And there is also one thing, like I also know that people will keep on asking, what if you find yourself in that situation and you are talking to your partner doesn't want to open up? If he or she doesn't want to open up, I think my advice is that time is the greatest healer.
Okay.
You give some space for the situation to sift her out, and actually you see, because as time passes on, you place yourself in a state of meditation, and you will also find chance to read some books that will push in the positive vibes in you. Likewise, your partner.
Yeah.
Maybe there will also be sufficient time for you, ample time for you to actually season out, to know is to go back and find out what actually has transpired between you, that you are unable to understand each other.
Yeah.
So time is the greatest healer. Don't force things to happen just as soon as you feel that
there's a problem.
There's a problem.
Okay, thank you so much. I would like to add to that, okay, because depression, especially this depression as a result of a broken relationship, has led to several deaths, okay?
Yeah.
So, guys, I just want to let you know that, like he said before, you your life is very important. So if you find yourself in a condition like that, don't just relapse, okay?
Yeah.
Don't give up on yourself. Go in for those things that usually made you happy. I know it's usually difficult to pick up the broken pieces. You need some time, like he said, to heal. Yes, it's good. If you choose to get some time to heal, it's also fine. If you choose to just scream aloud and cry aloud, you should do it if that's gonna help you. If you feel like crying at the top of your voice, screaming hard, and to get some healing, go ahead and
That's
do it.
very important,
okay?
right?
But please, you can't go to kill yourself because you feel depressed. That is not the end of the road. You can also think about those things of life that can help you to continue. What are those things that you can do? You know, I was reading and I read a story of a lady who actually is suffering from who just actually got out of a broken relationship. You call it divorce.
Yeah.
Okay, she didn't just give up because the circumstances surrounding that divorce were such that she could equally just slum and then say, okay, my life has ended.
Yeah.
I can't move on.
Yeah.
But she picked up the broken pieces and then
Unfortunately.
took up some business ideas, and then she became a CEO and started winning awards before
Wow.
you know it.
That happens.
You know,
Yeah.
so people are going to say people are not the same, circumstances are not the same, situations are not the same, but please, we can learn from such stories and such circumstances.
Exactly.
Find something useful to do. Don't just sit because you're going to suffer more. Okay, CY, or we usually call you CY,
Yeah.
or you can call him Cyprian.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you can tell our audience how to manage
Yeah.
this situation?
Very, very importantly too, I think for those of you who are music lovers,
Yeah.
music plays a very vital part in my life.
Yeah.
And let me just with your permission, let me just seize the opportunity to say that I'm a musician. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
And-
musician, so you should be you should heal very fast if
should
you
heal
suffer
very
a
fast.
situation.
Yes.
If you're in such circumstances, you should heal very fast because you just need to listen to music, or you just need to compose, write a
Yeah,
song,
compose.
and let everything out.
That's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens when I'm depressed.
You know,
So, music drives away depression in no time.
yeah, you know, King Lear says, music is the food of love.
Music is a food of love. And
Play
actually it
on,
is.
give me excess of
It
it.
is, it is.
That's a fighting. The appetite must sicken and so die. That's straight again.
Yeah,
it had a
really.
dying for. You know, music gives him some kind of relief in circumstances where he feels uncomfortable or feels that he's stressed. So, guys, the things that are useful, that are helpful to you, you can try them out. Like he says, he's a lover of music.
Yeah,
You know,
really.
if you feel like singing out, you should sing it out. You feel
And
like
loud.
penning it out, like we say, we pen out the feelings, pen out the feelings, and then you
Really.
see, you get, a healing,
A healing.
that is magical. Okay.
Actually.
Anything
And
else?
above all, believe in God.
Believe in
Believe
God.
in God. Know
Yeah.
that God can provide you solutions at any
Every time.
Yeah. Because anything you do without taking God into account, I think you will not be that successful. So, ladies and gentlemen, Vibes with Pet is a wonderful. I've always longed to be a guest in this program, on this program.
You're much
and
welcome.
I must seize this opportunity to commend your efforts.
Thank you.
You've been doing wonderfully
Thank you.
well,
Thank you so
and
much.
I think you should keep it up.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
With special guests like you, I think I have the need to keep it up.
Yeah, you really need to do so.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, guys. We were able to bring Cyprian to you today. Remember at the start I told you he's an educator and he's equally a very, very, very dynamic leader. Okay, so I'm happy to have him here on Vibes with Pet, telling us in the solutions that he's trying to give here, or the solutions he's trying to suggest here, are very commonplace. You don't need to go to a native doctor to tell you that this is what you should do. So we are basically trying to remind you, okay, to revoke what is at the back of your head, to make use of it when you find yourself in conditions like this. Okay, so today we're talking about external depression, and we took our case study, which is about relationships, right? And he was trying to tell us some of the solutions or some of the ways out of circumstances like this. So guys, any more suggestions? I want to ask you a question. If you find yourself in a broken relationship, for example, and you think you're depressed, do you think you can just jump out to maybe get someone, like take the place of your partner to console you as a form of getting out of depression?
I want to say that is a mistake many people make. Because if you listen to me, I said that time heals. And that space within which you have to actually take to meditate after you have a misunderstanding with your partner is very important.
Exactly.
Very, very important. Because it gives you ample time, like I said, to be able to recollect and know exactly what
transpired.
And how, what went wrong, how it transpired. How can we make amends to that? But when you behave like somebody who wants you to provoke your partner, feel that minus your partner, you are able to still live or whatever. Then that in that situation, you are not being natural. You are just trying to show off. But life is not all about showing off. You know,
exactly.
Your life is about tackling issues the way they come and tackling them naturally, such that there should be that natural flow. To me, if you easily rush into a new relationship after experiencing such breakages or such disappointments, it's like you were not committed at all. It's just like you were playing for time. So, in as much as we think you shouldn't remain depressed, you should move on, also give yourself some time and try to sort it out before you see a way forward.
Thank you so much. I think that's a great great advice, because many people who find themselves in such circumstances just want to get into the hands of someone who can console them as quick as possible. Like he says, we said it earlier, give yourself some time. During this time, please don't kill yourself. Give yourself this time to meditate whether the decisions you're about to make are the right ones or not.
Exactly.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're sorry we came to you late, Some factors beyond our control made us come on live late, but we are happy all the same. We're still here.
I think next time will be better.
Yeah, we're still here to talk to you. Okay, you've been watching Vibes with Pet today. On today's, this is the first. This should be the first live on Vibes with Pet on 2023. Okay, the year 2023.
I'm privileged to be.
And you're privileged to be our first guest.
Our first guest for 2023.
Yes, our first offline guest for 2023.
Really.
Okay, guys, you will stay back and keep your comments coming, keep your opinions coming. If you have any advice, please keep them coming. We're going to read them even after we leave this live program, because your comments are always welcome on Vibes with Pet. I will read them, and we'll make sure that many more people do read them. Okay? Thank you so much for coming, Mr. Prezi.
Thank you, Pet.
CY,
it has been a wonderful time. I wish it went longer so we really explore the topic.
Yeah.
But I will really plead to be your guest next time.
Okay, great. You're always welcome. Okay, you're always welcome on Vibes with Pet. Next time we can have you on Vibes with Pet on another topic. Like I said, he's a dynamic human being. All right, field, clever, intelligent, or whatever you can want to classify that. All of that is with Cyprian. Guys, All right, we're going to leave you at this point. And you who is watching me or watching us, you who is listening to us, you are equally welcome to book a slot on Vibes with Pet, and we're going to talk out to inspire, to motivate, to give people the reason to keep living, to keep dreaming, and to bring out the best in them. Ciao.
And remember, we love you all.
We love you. Happy New Year one more time.
Happy New Year.
Ciao.
Yeah,
Until our next
time.
episode or edition on Vibes with Pet. Stay blessed, stay healthy, stay positive, and above all, God be our helper.
Exactly.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.